When it comes to movies, their production budget and the expectations of the box office earnings, some of them are not even close to the predicted numbers, given the producers, directors, and the whole crew as a whole. So here are some of the biggest and most expensive movie flops to this day. Number 8, The Lone Ranger. Production budget $225 million, loss $98 million. The 2013 Western from Disney reunited the dream team of Gore Verbinski, Jerry Bruckheimer, and Johnny Depp after numerous high-profitable Pirates of the Caribbean installments. It was supposed to be a box office gold. However, the production ran into trouble and the costs escalated and it was nearly shut down, even before the movie was released and when it was just slammed by the critics, shunned by audiences. Not a total bust, but as it got 2 Oscar nominations for visual effects and makeup and hairstyling. Number 7, 47 Ronin. Production budget $175 million, loss $98 million. Given the big budget for a first-time feature director is not always a good idea and can turn badly to the production of the movie. Carl Rinsch is given a multi-million-dollar check, a director that previously only in commercials and state-of-the-art interactive technologies in 2013, a year when it was given to him to direct this movie with a star Keanu Reeves. It was expected to be a decent movie, but instead it turned out to be not so good, and Carl was even removed from the project during the editing process, even before the movie was finished. Number 6, Stealth. Production budget $135 million, loss $96 million. Yes, there is a movie called Stealth. You probably haven't heard of it because of its bad ratings, a sci-fi Top Gun-like movie featuring rising stars at the time like Josh Lucas, Jamie Foxx, and Jessica Biel, and also Rob Cohen, the director of XXX and The Fast and Furious. Very well-rounded squad, however it didn't pay off, not even a little bit. Simply put, Stealth crashed and burned, but it didn't get the praise it was hoping for and was beaten by the likes of Wedding Crashers and Sky High. Expectations put high with no real production progress, just the movie was a bust. Number 5, King Arthur Legends of the Sword. Production budget $175 million, loss $150 million. This movie was probably best known for the David Beckham's cameo in it. The budget rose, and the movie was expected to be a hit, although together with many other things that were featuring throughout the movie. The movie, however, received a clunking 28% on Rotten Tomatoes when it opened in the US, and was only able to amount to $25 million of budget earned. Not a good figure for this kind of effort put into a movie. Number 4, Monster Trucks. Production budget $125 million, loss $115 million. Most of the movies on this list are the kids' movies, as they can be problematic for many of the directors, and this one was purely based on a pun, typical for its genre. In 2016, Monster Trucks was supposed to be the new franchise from Paramount, but after barely scraping $10 million from the box office, they decided otherwise. The premise crashed, and we never got anything else following this movie. Number 3, The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Production budget $100 million, loss $96 million. Eddie Murphy in the movie, one of the actors, was a big hit in his movies in the 80s like Beverly Hills Cop and Trading Places, the 90s, The Nutty Professor and Dr. Dolittle, and even the 2000s he had Shrek. However, this was probably the time in his career as one of the downfalls with the movie. The Adventures of Pluto Nash, a sci-fi comedy that cost so much and yet only got a 5% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and the expected box office earnings were as little as they could be. Number 2, Titan AE. Production $90 million, loss $100 million. This was probably the entry that killed the company. Fox Animation Studios, to be precise, they ventured into space, but collapsed 10 days later with the movie Titan AE in 2000. Despite the talent involved with directors such as Gary Oldman and Don Bluth, however, there was no saving for the movie, as the whole project was just not good enough and all the actors of the universe would not have been able to save it. Number 1, Sinbad, Legend of the Seas. Production $60 million, loss $125 million. Not even Michelle Pfeiffer and Brad Pitt combined could save this 2003 DreamWorks animated movie from drowning. The movie was received very poorly, managed to get some very few positive comments, but the audiences weren't interested in old-fashioned cartoons after the ripples caused by Pixar's Finding Nemo. That was released a few months ago, thus the movie sank long before it could swim. Thank you for watching until the end. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos like this.